Did you know that women who engage in consensual unwanted sex, so she is saying yes to sex with her husband, but she doesn't really want it, and she is not enjoying it after she starts, because consensual unwanted sex is not the same thing as responsive desire. We'll talk about that in a second. But women who engage in consensual unwanted sex actually start to develop PTSD-like symptoms. And this person wants to know where to find the studies. So the quick answer, this is a great place to start. Cami Hurst is the doctor who performed the study, and this podcast, Sex Therapy 101 with Cami Hurst, is talking about the results of the study. And I really like suggesting that podcast because not a lot of people are actually going to go read the, actual scientific study unless you're a nerd like me. And so that podcast really breaks it down in easy to understand language. Now, let's talk about consensual unwanted sex versus responsive desire. Spontaneous desire is what has been normalized as a normal sexual response in our society. And that is what men stereotypically experience. They think, hey, I could go for sex, and they're turned on and they're ready to go. Whereas women stereotypically experience responsive desire, which is your body needs to be doing spicy things before your brain gets with the program and says, oh yeah, I do want sex. And so there are women who are not in the mood, they're not turned on, they're not wanting sex in the moment, but they say yes to sex because they know once they start doing it, they will actually enjoy it. And that is responsive desire. Consensual unwanted sex is the starfish who just lays there because she feels obligated, whether that is the obligation is coming from her own brain, from messaging from the church, from her husband, or something like that, where she fears the consequences, where, if she doesn't have sex, he'll cheat, he'll use pornography, he might leave her if she doesn't give it up often enough, where it falls into that stereotype of women just don't enjoy sex the same way men do. You'll never understand why a man needs sex the way he does because you just don't enjoy it. That is the type of woman who is engaging in consensual unwanted sex, where she's not necessarily really enjoying the experience. And those women, the more that they do it, the less enjoyable it becomes, and the more we start to see PTSD symptoms develop. Listen to the podcast, start diving into Dr. Kami's research, because everyone deserves to have good sex, and consensual unwanted sex isn't good sex.